The day has been long enough. Here, everything slows down. Here, the pace softens, and the edges of the moment begin to blur into something quieter, something gentler. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to hold anything together. Just arrive as you are, and let this space meet you softly. A warm stillness begins to gather around you, like a gentle hush settling over a room at the end of the day. The air feels calmer here, and even the thoughts moving through your mind start to lose their urgency. Nothing needs to be solved right now. Nothing is waiting for you. This is a place where the weight you've been carrying can rest for a while. Let the pace of the moment stretch out a little. Let it feel unhurried. Each breath moves in and out without pressure, without expectation. There is a softness underneath everything, holding you, giving you permission to slow down. The body hears this softness before the mind does, and it begins to loosen in its own quiet way. You might notice a gentle warmth along your shoulders, a feeling that spreads with each slow breath. You might notice the way your muscles shift, as if they are tired of holding on and finally allow themselves to ease. Nothing needs to be changed. It's enough to simply feel the way your body settles when it's allowed to be still. Let this settling happen naturally, like a sigh you don't even realize you're taking. Thoughts may drift through. They often do, especially when anxiety has been running high. You don't need to push anything away. Instead, imagine each thought as something passing by on a quiet breeze, slowing as it moves past you, not stopping, not pulling at you, just drifting. The mind often tries to stay alert, even when the body longs for rest. But here, in this gentle space, alertness begins to soften. It's like watching ripples on water gradually smooth themselves out. One moment, the surface is busy. The next, it grows calmer, without any effort on your part. There is room here for a long exhale, a breath that sinks deeper than the ones before it. With that breath, a small layer of tension lets go, then another and another. Not all at once, just in its own quiet rhythm. Warmth gathers again, maybe around your chest this time, or behind your back, or wherever you felt tightness today. It doesn't rush or demand. It simply settles in, like a soft light that makes everything feel a little safer, a little more held. You might imagine the space around you dimming into something gentle and muted, a kind of calm that doesn't need any explanation. The world becomes quieter here. Even inside your own thoughts, the volume begins to lower. What felt sharp or overwhelming starts to round out, becoming softer, easier to sit with. Let your breath move at its own pace. Slow if it wants to be slow, shallow if that feels easier. There is no right way to relax, just the natural way your body begins to respond when the pressure starts to melt away. Notice the tiny shifts, those small releases that happen when you finally give yourself permission not to rush. The jaw loosening, the eyebrows softening, the hands relaxing without needing to grip anything. Moments like these tell your entire body that it is safe to unwind. As your breath settles, the space inside you expands. Not dramatically, not suddenly, just a quiet widening, like a door left slightly open to let in fresh air. This widening makes room for calm to gently seep in. It doesn't push out the anxiety. It simply gives you something else to rest against. You may feel yourself sinking a little deeper into whatever is holding you right now. Let that sinking feel like being supported, like the ground or the bed beneath you is strong enough to carry your weight. You don't have to hold yourself upright here. You're allowed to settle. Each moment slows just a little more. Thoughts drift a little farther away. Your breath moves with a quieter rhythm. Warmth spreads a little deeper into the places where tension lived all day. Everything begins to soften, the way evening light softens the world around it. A gentle ease moves through you now. Not a command, not a forced change, just a natural shift toward calm. Your mind feels a little lighter, your body a little heavier in the most comforting way. You've stepped into a space where rest feels possible again. Let that possibility stay with you. Let it gather like a soft blanket around your body and mind. There is nothing you need to hold on to anymore. Nothing that needs your attention right now. Only this slow, warm quiet. Allow yourself to drift towards stillness. The kind of stillness that doesn't demand silence, only softness. Stay with the feeling of your breath moving slowly and steadily, carrying you deeper into calm. Here, everything is safe enough to release, safe enough to rest, safe enough to simply be. And as the moment settles even more, feel yourself sinking into a deeper quiet, one that holds you gently, without pressure, without expectation, allowing the rest of this experience to unfold in its own peaceful way. The day might still be echoing a little inside you. Small pieces of conversation, unfinished tasks, moments that didn't feel quite right. They linger like faint background noise. Here, they don't have to disappear all at once. Here, they're allowed to grow quieter, slowly, gently, in their own time. Imagine the room around you softening. The light is dim, easy on your eyes, almost like the last glow of evening. Nothing harsh, nothing bright, just a gentle shade of darkness that feels kind, a space that doesn't ask anything of you. The air feels still and quiet, not empty, just calm, soft enough that you can almost feel it resting against your skin. Maybe there is the faintest sense of warmth, like a blanket of air wrapped loosely around you, safe, steady, and unhurried. Notice where your body is supported. The bed, the couch, the mattress beneath you. Feel how it holds your weight without complaint. You don't have to stay upright or strong here. For now, you're allowed to be carried. Your muscles may still be holding on to the day. A bit of tightness in the shoulders, a faint clench in the jaw, a sense of alertness sitting just under the surface. There's nothing wrong with that. It's simply where you are starting from. Begin by noticing your breathing, not changing it, not fixing it, just noticing the in-breath and the out-breath, how it feels at the tip of your nose, how your chest or belly rises and falls, even if only a little. Now, invite one breath to be just a touch slower. Just one. It doesn't need to be deep or dramatic. Just a little longer on the way in, and a little longer on the way out. Like a quiet sigh that didn't quite make it all the way to the surface. As that breath moves through you, picture a soft, warm light resting over your chest. Not bright, not intense. More like the glow of a small lamp in a cozy room. It doesn't have to do anything. It just sits there, gently reminding your body that it is safe. Imagine that light spreading slowly outward, across your collarbones, down into your shoulders, seeping into the places that feel tight, like warm water soaking into cool sand. Nothing is forced. Everything is invited. The room grows even quieter. The dim light, the gentle air, the way your body is held. All of it comes together to create a feeling of protection, a soft shell around you, a sense that nothing from the outside needs to get in right now. Picture a soft blanket resting over you. Feel its weight, just enough to be comforting. It might be warm or cool or somewhere in between. Whatever feels most soothing. The fabric touches your skin in a way that is gentle and kind. It signals to your nervous system that it's okay to soften, As you breathe, the pace of your thoughts may start to slow. The most urgent things step to the side. They know they are not needed in this moment. They can wait at the edge of your awareness, far enough away that they no longer tug at you. You are allowed this distance. Your breath settles into a steady rhythm now, in and out, slow and easy. Between each breath, there is a small pause, a tiny pocket of silence. In that pause, safety grows. Notice your shoulders again. Imagine the soft blanket pressing gently down on them, encouraging them to drop just a little. Any tension there does not need to vanish. It just needs permission to loosen, almost like fingers releasing their grip one by one. A gradual, patient unwinding. Move your awareness down through your arms, feeling the weight of them, the way they rest. Let your hands be still, open or loosely closed, whichever feels natural. They do not need to hold anything right now. They can be empty and at peace. Your chest feels a little less tight. The warm light that started there continues to glow softly, steady and calm. Each breath passes through that light, picking up a hint of its ease. Then it flows into the rest of your body, spreading calm with every exhale. Bring your attention to your face, the small muscles around your eyes, your forehead, the base of your skull where the neck begins. These places work hard when anxiety is high. Imagine a cool, soft cloth being laid gently across your forehead. It's soothing, like having someone caring nearby, even if no one is physically there. The muscles under that touch soften. Your eyes feel a little heavier, a little more willing to close or drift. The mind reads this as a sign. It is safe to rest. The air in the room feels quieter still. Outside sounds, if there are any, fade into the background like distant waves. They may still exist, but they no longer feel close. What feels close is the blanket, the soft light, the steady support beneath you, this small, protected world around your body. Inside this world, you do not have to be on guard. You are not responsible for anything beyond this moment, not for other people's feelings, not for unfinished tasks, not for what happens tomorrow. A quiet sense of trust begins to grow. Trust that for these few minutes, nothing is required of you. Trust that your body knows how to move toward rest when it is given the chance. Trust that it is okay to loosen your grip on the day, just a little more, and a little more. Your breathing slows again, matching the calm around you. Each inhale brings in softness. Each exhale carries out a bit of tension. A slow exchange, gentle and constant. You don't have to manage it. It happens on its own. Feel how your body is heavier now, not weighed down by worry, but grounded by comfort. The mattress or surface beneath you feels firmer, more reliable. It meets you wherever you sink into it. You are held from head to toe. The dim light in your mind's eye grows even softer, almost like the last glow before night fully settles. That gentle glow doesn't vanish. It just thins out into a calm, quiet darkness. A darkness that feels safe, like being wrapped in a cocoon, protected, unseen, and deeply at ease. In this darkness, your thoughts lose some of their sharpness. Their edges blur, their colors fade. What remains is a sense of warmth, of quiet, of being looked after. Even if you are alone in the room, you are not alone in this feeling. Safety is here with you. Stay with the sensation of safety for a few breaths. Notice how it feels in your chest, in your belly, in the way your hands rest, in the way your jaw no longer has to clench. Let that feeling be enough. Nothing else needs to happen right now. You have stepped into a soft, protected space where anxious energy can finally loosen its hold. Your body has started to trust this calm. Your mind has started to believe that it is okay to relax. And as you rest here, wrapped in quiet, dim light and gentle warmth, the feeling of being safe settles deeper, becoming the steady, quiet ground beneath everything else. The day leaves traces in the body. Some of them are obvious. Some hide in small corners you barely notice until you slow down. Here, in this quiet space, those traces begin to soften. The pace shifts into something slower, warmer, more forgiving. Imagine the light in the room dimming just a little more, not fading away entirely, just settling into a gentle glow. The kind of light that signals the end of effort, the kind of light that lets the body know it no longer has to stay alert. Everything begins to feel softer around the edges. The tight places inside you don't need to vanish at once. They simply begin to loosen, thread by thread, not pulled, not tugged, just unwrapped with patience. A small untying here, another there, each one creating a tiny opening where ease can slip through. Notice the weight of the day, the emotional heaviness that sits in the chest or behind the ribs. It's been carrying itself for hours. Now it finally has permission to rest, almost like placing a bag down after holding it too long. Let your breath move out in a slow, steady way, a long exhale that gently releases some of that weight. You don't have to force anything. The exhale finds its own pace, and with it comes a hint of relief, a moment that feels like the first soft crack in a wall of tension. Picture a warm drift of air moving across your skin. It's subtle, but it eases the body in a way that words can't fully describe. A quiet, steady warmth that spreads through your shoulders and down your arms, almost like something inside you is beginning to melt. Just a little. The thoughts that clung to you throughout the day begin to unravel. They unwind the way a loose thread slips from fabric, slowly, gently, almost without you noticing. You don't have to push them away. They simply release their hold, one small loosening at a time. Imagine the room's light dimming even further, not darker, but softer, like the world is taking a long breath and settling with you. That softness wraps around your mind, smoothing out sharp edges. What felt crowded inside you begins to feel spacious. Your chest might feel a bit lighter now, not empty, just less cramped, as if a quiet breeze is moving through it. Each breath brings in a soft warmth. Each exhale carries away a bit of the day's heaviness. The muscles around your shoulders relax in slow waves, a gentle drop, then another. Tension unwinds the way a ribbon slips through fingers. Warmth fills the space that tightness once held. Thoughts come and go. Some drift close, some drift far. None of them demand your attention. They move like faint clouds across a wide, calm sky. You remain still underneath them. Feel the warmth spreading down your back, slow and steady. A comforting weight, almost like a hand resting lightly there. It tells your body that it is safe to soften, that it's safe to let go. Your breath deepens without effort, not a big breath, just a more natural one, like the body remembering how to relax. The exhale stretches out a little longer each time, a long, quiet release. Imagine the day unwinding from you strand by strand, little knots loosening, small pockets of tightness giving way, the emotional pressure easing with each slow exhale, your inner landscape growing lighter, more open. Warmth spreads into your hips and legs. They feel heavier in a comforting way, supported, grounded, no longer holding the weight of the day. The muscles loosen without needing to be told. They sink deeper into the surface beneath them. Inside your mind, the pace slows even more. Thoughts stretch out. Silences lengthen. Moments of stillness become more frequent. What was once a steady stream becomes a gentle drift. The light in the room fades into a soft dusk. A peaceful glow remains, enough to feel safe. It touches your skin and eases the mind. Everything feels quieter here. Everything feels lighter. A small calm settles behind your ribs. It grows slowly, the way warmth spreads through cold fingers. Not rushed, just steady. A quiet reassurance rising from inside. Your breath moves almost in sighs now. Slow, natural sighs that loosen what's left of the day. Each one softens the space around your heart. Each one makes room for peace to settle. Each one feels like a step deeper into rest. The thoughts that once buzzed with urgency now feel distant, faded. They float in and out like gentle echoes. None of them stick. None of them matter right now. Your body rests heavier, warmer, more grounded. The air feels still and safe. The warmth inside you spreads like a soft blanket. The last threads of the day unwind and slip away. You remain in the quiet that follows. Everything in this moment moves at the speed of calm. Slow, steady, unhurried. Your breath, your thoughts, your body sinking deeper into ease. Stay here, in this soft unraveling, this gentle loosening of everything you carried. Let the warmth settle. Let the day fall away. Let the quiet widen. And as the last bits of tension melt into the stillness around you, feel the comfort of this slow, warm night gathering around you, holding you, soothing you, as the day continues to loosen and drift far, far away. Thoughts often stay busy long after the day has ended. They move quickly, one after another, trying to solve, trying to plan, trying to protect. Here, the pace around you shifts. Everything grows softer. Everything begins to slow. Imagine the room settling into a deeper quiet, a calm that feels gentle and steady, like the hush right before night fully arrives. The edges of the moment blur a little, becoming softer, warmer. Nothing sharp, nothing demanding. Just an easy, quiet stillness settling over you. The thoughts inside your mind may still be moving. Some closer, some farther away. Some loud, some faint. You don't need to chase any of them. You don't need to push them out. Picture them like small ripples on a pond, busy at first, overlapping, touching one another. Then slowly, gently, the surface begins to smooth. The circles widen. The water grows calm again. Your breath continues at its own pace. Soft, steady, unhurried. It becomes the anchor beneath the movement of your thoughts. Every inhale brings in a small thread of ease. Every exhale releases a little of the noise. Now imagine a quiet snowfall in your mind. Each thought, like a tiny flake, drifting down. No rush, no wind pushing it. Just a soft, patient descent into stillness. The thoughts that once felt tangled begin to separate. Space appears between them. A gentle spaciousness. A widening that makes room for calm to settle in. The busy edges soften. You don't need to fix or control anything. Quiet doesn't come from force. Quiet comes from allowing everything to slow, just a little, like a dimming light, like the final moments of dusk. Feel the weight of your body resting where it is, supported, held, steady against the softness of the space around you. Your body knows how to settle, even when the mind is slow to follow. Notice how the air feels on your skin, still, gentle, a soft coolness or a warm hush, something that invites the mind to loosen its grip. Thoughts may rise, then fall away again. Some drift in like faint echoes. Others dissolve before they fully form. All of them are allowed. None of them need attention. Now imagine a wide open night sky, not dark in a heavy way, dark in a peaceful way, a sky that stretches far, giving your mind room to breathe, room to drift, room to rest. The inner noise becomes a little quieter, then quieter still, not silenced, just softened, like someone slowly lowering the volume. The sound becomes background instead of foreground. Your breath deepens a touch. Its rhythm matches the gentle stillness forming inside you. The inhale opens the space within. The exhale smooths the ripples across your mind. A long, steady release. Picture a small weight resting over your chest. Warm, comforting, grounding. It anchors you in this moment. It tells your mind that there is nowhere it needs to go, nothing it needs to chase. The chatter slows. Thoughts come one at a time instead of in a rush. They drift through like snowflakes settling onto quiet ground, each one landing softly, each one fading into stillness. Feel how your shoulders loosen, how your jaw becomes softer, how the space behind your eyes feels calmer, quieter. A gentle clearing begins to happen inside you. A clearing you don't have to create. It forms naturally as the mind settles. Imagine the pond again. Its surface smoother now, barely moving. Only the smallest ripples remain, gliding outward until they fade. Then the water becomes still. Thoughts may still appear. Let them. They float across the surface, but nothing disturbs the deep quiet beneath. That deep quiet is where you rest, where you begin to drift. A soft warmth spreads across your chest and belly. It moves slowly, like the gentle fade of sunset. Not bright, just warm enough to soothe. Warm enough to ease the remaining tension. Warm enough to calm the mind from the inside out. Your breathing slows even more. You may notice longer pauses between breaths. Those pauses are pockets of peace. Moments where nothing needs to move. Moments where silence feels full and comforting. The mind begins to open into a wider spaciousness. Thoughts float farther from the center, more distant, more gentle, like stars in a wide sky instead of light right in front of your eyes. Here, the quiet grows deeper, not empty, comforting. A quiet that wraps around you, soft and warm. It invites you to rest in its stillness, to float within it. The inner noise that once felt tangled now feels loose and light. It drifts without direction. It doesn't cling, doesn't push, doesn't pull. It simply moves in and out, soft and harmless. You remain in the center of the calm. Notice the feeling behind your forehead, a gentle coolness, a soft settling. The muscles around your temples grow lax. Your mind eases even more. Thought by thought, the clutter thins out. Breath by breath, the quiet deepens. You sink further into this spacious calm, supported by warmth, surrounded by stillness. Stay here in this growing silence. Let it guide you toward an even deeper peace, toward a slower rhythm, toward a soft drifting. And as everything inside you becomes quieter, feel yourself gently floating in this calm, open space, held by stillness, wrapped in warmth, while the last bits of inner noise fade into the softest hush. Breath is one of the first places tension hides. It becomes small, tight, held just under the surface, not because anything is wrong, but because the mind has been trying to protect you all day. Here, the pace begins to soften. Here, your breath is invited to settle into something warmer and more natural. Notice the movement of air as it enters, the way it brushes the inside of your nose, the subtle rise in your chest, even if it's barely there. Each inhale is a small beginning. Each exhale is a quiet release. Nothing needs to change quickly. The breath will find its own rhythm. Just stay with it for a moment. Feel how the air moves in and moves out, like a gentle tide washing low along a quiet shore. The inhale lifts you slightly. The exhale lets you sink again, back and forth, slow and steady. This rhythm becomes a soft anchor, holding you in the present. Imagine the air around you growing warmer, a calm, steady warmth that moves with every breath. It drifts across your skin like a soft evening breeze, unhurried, comforting. Let that warmth move with your breathing. As you inhale, it expands gently through your chest. As you exhale, it spreads downward, relaxing the belly. A quiet wave moving through you, smoothing tension as it goes. Nothing forced, just a natural easing. Your breath may still feel shallow in places. That's all right. Shallow breaths are simply a sign of the day's weight, a sign that you've been carrying more than anyone can see. In this moment, the breath begins to loosen. Picture each inhale as a slow gathering of calm, soft, light, and warm. Picture each exhale as a long, gentle release, like a breeze moving across tall grass, quiet, steady. Your shoulders respond to this rhythm. They lower by a small degree. Muscles soften. The neck feels a bit freer. Warm air seems to move through those spaces too, untying what has been tight. Breathing becomes a sensation, not a task. The tide of it continues. Slow rise, slow fall. With each cycle, the body grows heavier, more grounded, more at ease. Notice how the breath touches the center of your chest, a soft expansion, a warm glow. It's gentle enough to soothe, steady enough to comfort. This warmth signals safety in a quiet, instinctive way. Allow the breath to lengthen slightly, not deep, just a touch slower. A little more time on the inhale, a little more time on the exhale, like stretching out under warm blankets. Each slow breath creates space inside you, a small opening, a place for quiet to settle, a place for softness to grow. The mind begins to follow the breath's pace. Thoughts drift through the background, not gone, just quieter. They follow the rhythm of the breath now, moving in, drifting out, like ripples smoothing themselves on calm water. Feel how your belly rises with the next inhale, how it relaxes with the next exhale. This movement is natural. It's the body remembering how to breathe when it feels safe. Slow, soft, steady. Warmth spreads lower into your hips and thighs. The breath sends gentle waves of calm down your body. Each wave settles you deeper into where you rest. Heaviness builds in a comforting way. Your body begins to trust this slowing rhythm. Picture a quiet breeze flowing through a still room. Soft air drifting past curtains. Nothing rushing, nothing urgent. Just a slow, steady movement that brings ease with it. Your breathing starts to match that breeze. Light, then gentle. Slow, then slower. Each breath seems to open a little more space inside you. A soft spaciousness that feels peaceful and safe. The breath moves not only through your body, but around it. It surrounds you in a warm hush. A blanket of calm. A cocoon of quiet air, holding you in this soft moment. As the breath deepens, the mind drifts. Thoughts lose their sharp edges. They become softer, like fading echoes. Each exhale smooths them out a little more, until they barely ripple the calm around you. Your body grows heavier still, limbs sinking, chest rising and falling with slow ease, neck loosening, jaw softening. The breath becomes the most natural thing, like waves at low tide, coming in with quiet intention, slipping out without resistance, again and again and again. Warmth gathers at the center of your being. It glows faintly, sending comfort outward. Your heart feels calmer. Your belly feels softer. Your whole body feels more open to rest. Thoughts may continue to move, but they no longer pull at you. They drift with the breath's rhythm. Light, easy, untethered. Nothing sticks. Everything flows. Every inhale brings calm closer. Every exhale lets tension fall away. This rhythm carries you deeper without effort. A slow descent into quiet, into softness. Stay with this slow tide for a few more breaths. Feel it moving through you. Feel how natural it has become. Warm air entering, warm air leaving. And as the rhythm continues, allow yourself to drift with it, sinking into the warmth, into the quiet, into the gentle, steady calm that breath has created for you. Warmth gathers around you as the moment begins to settle. Not a heavy warmth, just a soft, gentle one that rests lightly on your skin. The kind of warmth that feels steady. The kind that tells the body it no longer needs to stay alert. Here, everything shifts toward calm. Imagine yourself stepping into a quiet space, dim, peaceful, and safe. A room or corner where the light is low and comforting, where the air feels still and easy to breathe. A place made only for rest. The surfaces around you feel soft, maybe a cushion beneath you, maybe a blanket nearby. Everything in this space is designed to cradle you, even without touching you. It holds a sense of belonging, a sense of home. The light in this space glows faintly, warm, muted, steady. It wraps around the room like a soft embrace. It never flickers, never rushes, just stays constant and kind. Notice how your body responds to this warm, quiet space. Your shoulders ease down. Your breath deepens by a small degree. Your jaw loosens. A soft heaviness begins to settle through your chest. This space asks nothing of you. It doesn't need you to think or plan or hold anything together. It simply welcomes you. It invites you to rest in its warmth, to feel safe here. Picture yourself sinking deeper into whatever supports you. The cushion, the mattress, the gentle weight of a blanket. They meet you exactly where you are. No need to adjust. No need to resist. A calm stillness fills the room. The kind of stillness that feels alive, like quiet air resting after a long day. This stillness begins to seep into you, slow and steady. A gentle settling. The more your body relaxes, the softer your thoughts become. They lose some of their sharpness, some of their urgency. They drift like soft shadows across the edges of your awareness, barely touching you. Warm light spreads through your body. You might feel it in your chest first, then your stomach, then your legs. It moves with the rhythm of your breath, slow and grounding. Notice how your inhale feels in this space. Peaceful, warm, unhurried. Each breath brings in more ease, more quiet. And the exhale feels even softer. It carries away the tension left from the day, the little pieces of stress that clung to you. They slip out gently with each slow release, leaving more room for calm. The room around you feels like a sanctuary, a private retreat within the world. The walls seem to absorb whatever noise lived in your mind. They hold your quiet for you. They protect it. You might imagine faint textures around you, the softness of fabric, the still air, the gentle warmth. Everything feels muted, like the world has turned its volume down. You're tucked inside the quiet, wrapped in it, resting in it. The longer you stay here, the more at home you feel. Your body grows heavier in the most comforting way. Each limb sinks a little deeper. Your breath flows a little slower. Safety becomes a physical sensation. This space feels familiar, even if it's imagined. It feels like a place you've always known, a place that has been waiting for you, ready to hold you whenever you arrive, ready to let your mind settle. Warmth moves down your back now. It spreads like a slow wave, easing every tense point along the way. Your muscles follow the wave's rhythm. One soft release, then another. Your thoughts quiet further. They drift to the edges of your consciousness, soft, weightless, harmless. There's no need to hold on to any of them. They float through the room's warm stillness without disturbing it. The space around you feels even softer now, like the air itself is cushioning you, like the warmth is tucking you in. Everything grows slower, gentler. Imagine the dim light easing into a deeper glow, not disappearing, just settling, like a candle burning low, steady and calm. This light fills the room with peace, and you rest in the center of it. Your breath rises and falls, slow and natural. Each inhale brings you deeper into comfort. Each exhale sinks you further into stillness. Your body follows the rhythm as if it's been waiting for it. Your mind begins to widen. There's more space inside you, a quiet openness, a gentle softness that feels deeply grounding, deeply safe. This warm, quiet space becomes part of your body now, part of your breath, part of your thoughts. It holds you with steady hands. It keeps you calm. Notice how peaceful the air feels, how steady the warmth is, how softly the quiet settles through you. Everything moves at the speed of rest. Everything shifts toward comfort. Stay here in this soft sanctuary. Let it hold you without effort. Let it support you without asking anything in return. Feel how deeply you belong in this warm, quiet space. And as the moment deepens, allow yourself to drift in its stillness, held by warmth, cradled by quiet. Sinking gently into the calm that surrounds you, the body carries more than we realize. Small bits of tension gather in quiet places. A tight shoulder, a clenched jaw, a stiff breath, a locked muscle in the back. They stay with you long after the moments that created them have passed. Here, everything begins to unwind. Feel the air around you soften, warm, steady and calm. It creates a space where the body no longer needs to brace itself, a space where tightness can begin to melt, slowly, gently, without effort. Notice your shoulders first. They may sit higher than you think. They may be holding more than you intended to give them. With the next exhale, imagine them dropping a fraction of an inch. Just a small release. Warmth gathers across the tops of your shoulders. It spreads like a gentle, hands-on comfort. Not heavy, just warm enough to loosen what has been tight all day. The muscles soften. The skin feels lighter. This warmth moves down into your upper arms. It travels at a slow, soothing pace. Each inch it touches relaxes a little more. Joints feel freer. Muscles feel less guarded. Your elbows rest more fully. Your forearms follow their lead. Any lingering tension here melts like ice meeting warm water, gradually dissolving, gradually letting go. Each breath deepens the softening. Inhale, and the warmth expands. Exhale, and the muscles loosen further. This rhythm continues on its own. Your body responds naturally. Notice your hands. They hold far more stress than we expect. Even when still, they stay slightly engaged. Here, in this moment, they begin to soften. Fingers rest without gripping. Your palms grow warm. The warmth moves through them like a gentle current. Bones, joints, tendons, all relaxing into stillness. Hands become heavy in the most comforting way, deeply settled. Now bring attention to your neck. This area works tirelessly, holding the weight of your head, your thoughts, your day. Imagine a warm breeze passing behind your neck. It releases the stiffness hiding there. Your head feels better supported. The back of your skull relaxes, that small area where tension gathers, often unnoticed. It softens as if resting into a cushion of warm air. The muscles there loosen. The jaw decompresses. Your jaw may release with a tiny shift. A small space opens between your teeth. Your tongue rests more fully. The muscles in your cheeks ease. The whole lower face settles into softness. Warmth spreads down your spine now. It drifts slowly, like warm oil, smoothing each vertebra, releasing the tiny muscles around them, undoing the quiet stress the day left behind. Your upper back softens. Your mid-back follows. Each part sinks deeper, giving weight to the surface beneath you. The body grows heavier, more grounded. Your lower back relaxes into this warmth. The muscles release the last bits of tension they were holding. A deep sense of relief rises, the kind that comes only when the body feels safe, completely safe. This warm, sinking ease moves into your hips. They settle wider, the joints relax, the muscles soften. All the weight carried here slowly fades into comfort. Feel the warmth spreading through your thighs. Heavy, warm, steady. The tension melts in long, slow waves. Your legs rest with more ease. Calm settles into every inch. Your knees soften, your calves follow. Each breath invites them to loosen and drift. Muscles unwind. Weight sinks downward. Now feel your ankles. Light tension here releases almost instantly, as if the warmth has been waiting to reach them. Joints soften. Feet grow heavy. Your feet begin to melt into the surface beneath you. Warmth fills the arches, spreads to the toes. Each toe relaxes one by one, softening completely. Your whole body is warmer now, heavier, more at ease. Everything feels grounded. Everything feels supported. Notice how your breath fits into this softness. It flows with ease, no longer tight or guarded. Each inhale is smooth and warm. Each exhale sinks you deeper. Your muscles no longer brace for anything. They simply rest. Your joints loosen and settle. Your body feels like it's sinking gently into a warm bed of quiet. Nothing held, nothing tense. The warmth around you stays steady. It wraps around your whole body like a soft blanket of calm. Every inch of you rests in it. Every part of you relaxes into it. A full, gentle release. For a moment, notice the heaviness in your limbs. Comforting, peaceful heaviness. A sign that your body is letting go. A sign that it feels safe. A sign that rest is near. The last bits of tension fade away. Small, hidden corners soften. Even the places you didn't know were tight relax. Your whole body opens into ease. Warm, safe, quiet. Stay with this feeling. Let it deepen. Let it hold you. Let the heaviness and warmth sink just a little more. And as your muscles fully release, allow yourself to drift in this quiet comfort. Held by warmth. Carried by stillness. Resting in the deep, soothing ease of a body, finally letting go. Sometimes the heart carries things long after the day has ended. Feelings that settled quietly inside you. Worries that stayed just beneath the surface. A heaviness that doesn't always have a name. Here, that heaviness begins to soften. The room around you feels warm again. A gentle, steady warmth that holds you without pressure. The kind of warmth that makes it easier to breathe. Easier to feel what's here without being overwhelmed by it. Easier to let the heart rest. Bring your awareness to the center of your chest. Not with force, just a soft noticing. There may be tightness there, or a dull weight, or even a quiet emptiness. Whatever you find is welcome. Nothing needs to change quickly. The heart relaxes at its own pace. It opens in small, natural steps. All you need to do is be here with it. Imagine a warm glow beginning in that space. Soft, gentle, almost like candlelight behind the ribs. It flickers quietly at first, then grows steadier, expanding with each slow breath. This glow brings comfort from the inside. As you inhale, the light expands a little. It fills the chest with a warm spaciousness, not bright, just soothing. As you exhale, the weight inside loosens. A small release, like a subtle emotional exhale. The heart begins to soften. Muscles around the ribs relax. The breath flows more freely. Everything inside your chest feels a little more open, a little less guarded. Warmth spreads upward toward your collarbones. It eases any pressure sitting there. The glow continues outward, reaching your shoulders. They respond by dropping slightly, as if relieved to let go. Now imagine that warm light moving downward, into your belly, into the deep places where emotions hide. It brings with it a soft reassurance, a sense of being quietly supported. The emotional weight you've been carrying begins to shift. It becomes lighter, not because it disappears, but because it no longer sits so tightly inside you. The glow around your heart helps it loosen, helps it breathe. Each inhale gathers a bit of comfort. Each exhale lets a layer of heaviness fall away. The chest feels less crowded. The breath moves with more ease. The heart feels held. Picture the warm glow floating gently upward again, washing through your chest like a smooth wave. Slow, steady, comforting. As it rises, the light brings tenderness, a quiet compassion that wraps around your emotions, even the difficult ones. They soften under its warmth. They lose some of their intensity. Feel the warmth settling behind your sternum, a soft center of calm. It pulses gently with your breathing. Each pulse sends another wave of ease through your body, soothing, kind. You may feel a soft loosening inside, like the heart is stretching out after being curled too tightly. There's more space there now, more air, more quiet. The warmth continues to spread, reaching the spaces behind your shoulders. It releases the hidden tension stored there. Your upper back unwinds. Your breath settles even deeper. The chest feels open enough to receive calm. If any thoughts rise, let them drift. They don't need attention. They're just passing through the open space, floating on the glow that fills your chest, light and harmless. Feel how the warm glow stays with you. It doesn't fade. It stays steady, supporting the heart with a calm presence. Like a gentle hand resting there, soft, warm, unwavering. Your heart grows lighter, your chest grows softer, your breath grows deeper and warmer. You're no longer holding everything so tightly. You're resting in the ease created here. The body reacts to this lightness. It sinks a little deeper into comfort. The muscles release more. The mind becomes quieter. Everything inside you softens. Warmth spreads through your whole torso now. A gentle, nurturing heat. It wraps around you like a protective cocoon. It reminds you that you're supported, that you're safe enough to relax. Notice the emotional space inside you. It feels wider now, gentler. The heart feels lighter, not because everything is fixed, but because nothing is pressing so hard against it. Breathing becomes easier. It moves in slow, calming waves. Each wave lifts you slightly. Each wave settles you deeper. A peaceful ebb and flow. Stay with this feeling of lightness. Let it deepen a little more. Let it fill your chest with warmth. Let it settle into every part of you that needs comfort. Let it soothe. The glow inside you becomes steady now, a warm presence that stays with you. It holds the heart softly. It supports your breathing. It brings peace. And as this warmth continues to spread, feel yourself sinking into its safety, into its gentleness, into the quiet, tender light that keeps your heart calm. Softness settles around you, like the quiet that arrives just before sleep. The air feels still, gentle, and warm. Your body is already drifting toward ease. Your mind begins to loosen its grip on the day. Everything grows slower. Imagine a sky above you, wide and calm. The kind of sky that holds slow-moving clouds. They glide without effort, barely shifting shape. Each one floats through open space, unhurried and free. Nothing pulls at them. Your thoughts drift like those clouds. Light, easy, without direction. They move across your awareness, then fade into the softness beyond. No urgency remains in them, just gentle motion. Feel how your breath matches that slow drifting. Inhale, and a quiet wave rises. Exhale, and the wave glides away. This rhythm carries you deeper into calm. It feels natural, steady, and warm. Now picture yourself near a calm shoreline, not bright or energetic, just a muted, peaceful place. The tide moves in long, slow breaths. The water touches the sand, then slips back again. Each movement soothing, steady, predictable. The sound of it is soft in your mind, barely a whisper, a gentle hush that smooths out the edges of any remaining tension. The tide pulls your thoughts into its rhythm. Everything begins to drift. Feel the air around you cooling slightly. A soft night breeze. It brushes against your skin with a quiet, easy touch. It carries a sense of peace, a sense of slowing. The breeze moves through the space around you. It doesn't rush. It doesn't push. It flows with the same calm as the waves. In and out, in and out. Your body responds by growing heavier. Muscles loosen further. The weight of the day continues to fall away. It drifts out of you like mist dissolving in the night air. Light, effortless. Above you, the sky deepens. Soft shades of night settling in. Not dark, just restful. A sky that holds you. A sky that invites you to let go. Picture slow-moving clouds again. They drift across the vast quiet, their edges smooth and gentle. Nothing sharp, nothing hurried. Your mind begins to mirror that softness. Thoughts stretch out, becoming lighter, slower. They lose their shape, becoming faint impressions. Then even those impressions soften. A calm spaciousness fills the space behind them. Imagine lying in a warm, safe place while the night settles around you. A gentle hush fills the air. It feels like the world is exhaling. Your body sinks deeper. Your heart eases. Every part of you begins to float in this quiet. No effort, no tension, just drifting in peaceful stillness, carried by softness. A warm glow appears in the distance of your mind. Not bright, just soothing. It spreads like a gentle dusk light passing through a quiet room. It wraps around you with comfort. You feel supported. The warmth expands slowly, through your chest, through your belly, radiating out to your arms and legs. Your whole body melts into it. This glow softens any last bits of tightness, any lingering worries. They fade as the warmth deepens. You sink more fully into comfort, into quiet. Imagine the night sky above you again. Wide, still, safe. Stars softly blurred, as if hidden behind thin clouds. Everything muted, everything calm. Your thoughts drift the same way, blurred, softened, light. Their edges dissolve. They scatter quietly into the spacious sky. Nothing remains heavy. The tide returns in your mind. Slow wave in, slow wave out. Each movement lulls you deeper. Your breath follows. The breeze returns too. A warm, gentle current. It settles across your skin like soft fabric, resting there, holding you. Your body sinks a little more, limbs heavy, chest warm, mind loose and open, everything moving at the speed of calm. Feel how far you've drifted from the day, how quietly the night surrounds you, how slow your breath has become, how soft your thoughts are, how peaceful this moment feels. The imagery begins to blend together now. Clouds, waves, night air, warm glow, all becoming one soft space. You drift through it without effort, guided by the gentle hush around you. This drifting carries you into deeper quiet, a quiet that doesn't need attention, a quiet that simply is. It settles over you like a blanket, warm, steady, safe. Stay with this feeling, this gentle floating, this spacious calm. Let yourself drift a little more, a little deeper, and as you drift through this soft imagery, allow the night to hold you, allow the warmth to steady you, and allow sleep to come quietly, like a cloud passing slowly across the silent sky. The air around you grows quieter, as if the whole room is settling with you. Your breath has slowed, your body has softened, and now the mind begins to loosen its hold, gently, naturally, without effort. Imagine the space within your thoughts opening up, wide, soft, uncrowded, a place where nothing needs to be held onto. A gentle weightlessness begins to form, subtle at first, as if your thoughts are lifting away from their usual places, not rising quickly, just drifting upward like something carried on warm air, light and unburdened, untethered. Feel how the edges of your awareness soften, how everything inside grows quieter. Thoughts may come, but they arrive slowly. They float instead of land. They drift instead of cling. Imagine yourself resting on a calm surface, maybe something like a quiet lake at dusk. The water smooth, still, warm from the day. You don't sink, you simply float. Your body stays heavy and grounded where it is, but your mind feels suspended, gently held, gently supported. Nothing pulling downward. The sense of floating grows more noticeable. A soft rise on your inhale, a gentle fall on your exhale, a rhythmic sway, barely there, soothing, steady. Thoughts loosen further. Their shapes fade. They behave more like soft ripples than defined lines. They move in slow, quiet waves, each wave becoming smaller than the last. Warmth gathers at the center of your awareness. It spreads with each breath. Calm, peaceful warmth that fills the space behind your eyes. It lightens the mind from within. It eases any lingering tightness. The mind begins to drift outward, not away from you, just into a wider space, a space that feels open and gentle, a space that feels like night air, cool, soft and still. In this moment, you don't need to focus on anything. You don't need to follow the words closely. You can let them wash over you. Let them be background. Let them guide you only as gently as you want. Imagine a slow movement beneath you, a delicate sway, almost like being rocked. Barely noticeable, but endlessly soothing. A motion that encourages your mind to release its last bits of effort, to glide without direction. Your thoughts drift farther now, moving like faint shadows across a quiet landscape. They don't ask for attention. They don't hold shape for long. They float in and out with complete softness. Feel the gentle expansion inside your mind, a growing spaciousness, a wide, open quiet that asks nothing of you. This quiet holds you with tender care. It feels like being wrapped in stillness. Your awareness begins to sway in that stillness, moving closer to sleep, then drifting slightly back, then leaning towards sleep again. A soft rhythm formed by calm. Your breath remains slow, warm, and steady. It reinforces the sense of floating. It steadies your drifting mind. It draws you deeper into the quiet, deeper into surrender. If a thought comes, it arrives like a feather, light, slow, harmless. It touches the surface of your awareness and drifts away again. No disturbance, only softness. Imagine a warm glow beneath you, lifting you slightly, effortlessly. You float just above that glow, held by warmth, held by stillness. The glow expands, spreading through the space around you, making the entire moment feel supported, safe, easy. Your mind sways again, drifting in long, slow motions, forward and back, as if carried on the gentlest tide. The more you drift, the quieter everything becomes. The boundaries of thought blur. Your sense of time loosens. Your awareness dims into a soft haze, comfortable and warm. Feel the weightlessness widen inside you. It touches every corner of your mind. It invites every part of you to surrender, to stop holding on, to float. Breathing becomes softer still, barely noticeable, like the slow rise and fall of a resting ocean. A quiet tide moving through you, peaceful and natural. Your mind follows that tide. It drifts outward, then returns softly, then drifts again. Each movement slower than the last. You hover between wakefulness and sleep, balanced in the gentle quiet, unhurried, unpressured, completely at ease. Allow yourself to float here, held by softness, held by warmth, held by the gentle sway of your drifting mind. And as the last traces of effort fade away, feel yourself gliding into deeper stillness, lighter, quieter, closer to sleep. With every slow, peaceful drift, the quiet around you deepens, settling into a warm, steady hush. The air feels softer now, as though the room itself has begun to drift toward rest. Your body is heavier than before, sinking gently into the comfort beneath it. Your breath moves in long, slow waves. Everything inside you begins to dim. A gentle darkness forms around you, not empty, comforting. Like a soft blanket laid over the world, it settles without weight, without force. It makes the edges of the moment blur into calm. With each breath, you drift a little farther from the day. Thoughts fade like distant sounds carried off on a warm night breeze. Nothing holds on. Nothing pushes forward. Everything slows. Feel the warmth around your chest. It spreads quietly, almost unnoticed at first. Then it grows, like soft heat rising from beneath a thick quilt. This warmth wraps around you. It tells your body it is safe to descend into deeper stillness. Your limbs sink a little more. Your muscles loosen completely. The heaviness feels soothing, like being gently pressed into soft earth or a warm bed. Your whole body becomes part of the surface beneath you, supported, held. The darkness continues to gather. It settles around your eyes, your forehead, your jaw. These places melt into the quiet. The muscles release the last traces of tension. Within this dimness, everything feels peaceful. Imagine yourself sinking through layers of softness, each layer warmer than the last, each layer quieter. You drift downward in slow motion. No effort, no thought. The mind feels lighter now. Thoughts lose their form, turning into faint shadows. They float away, dissolving into the darkness. There is nothing to follow, nothing to hold. Your breath slows again. A long inhale that arrives like a tide, a slow exhale that carries you deeper. The rhythm becomes spacious. Time stretches inside each breath. Warmth surrounds your spine. It moves upward and downward, releasing whatever tension remains. Every vertebra softens. Every muscle around it melts. Your back sinks fully into rest. The air itself seems to cradle you. Soft, warm, steady. It fills the space around your body like a gentle cocoon. A quiet world made of calm. Silent, soothing calm. Feel how your awareness begins to float. It rises slightly, then settles again. Not drifting away, just moving in soft, slow waves. Your mind glides on those waves, light, free, and unburdened. Darkness folds around you like comfort, not hiding, but protecting, softening every sense, softening every thought, softening every feeling. Your breath becomes almost soundless. The body barely moves. Everything grows so still that the moment feels suspended. You hover at the edge of sleep, warm and weightless. Imagine a gentle glow beneath you, a faint, warm light that supports your descent. It cradles you as you sink. It holds you as you drift. It keeps you safe in the deepening quiet. The glow dims slowly. It fades into the surrounding darkness. The darkness becomes softer, warmer, more complete. It fills the spaces inside you. It becomes the ground for your rest. Your thoughts begin to blur entirely now. A soft haze replaces them. A warm cloud of nothingness. A spacious quiet that asks nothing, requires nothing. You continue drifting downward, lower and lower, like settling into the deepest layers of calm. Your breath guides the descent. The body is heavy. The mind is soft. The moment is quiet. A silence that feels like comfort. A stillness that feels like home. Everything in you leans towards sleep. Gently, patiently, wrapped in warmth, held by silence. If a thought appears, it moves slowly. Barely formed. So faint it dissolves before reaching the surface. Nothing lingers. Everything fades. You rest at the threshold now, half in the quiet of awareness, half in the pull of sleep, floating between them, safe in both. There is nothing left to do, nothing to think about, nothing to hold, only this slow descent, only this soft falling. Feel yourself drifting, falling, settling into the deepest quiet your body knows, warm and peaceful. And as the darkness settles completely and the warmth surrounds every part of you, let yourself drift beyond the words, into the soft, silent place waiting beneath them. Into sleep, the quiet around you has deepened. It holds a soft, steady warmth, the kind that lingers long after the day has faded. Your breath moves slowly, almost without effort. Every part of you rests in a gentle stillness that feels safe and calm. Here, the moment stretches out, soft and unhurried. Your body is settled. Your mind has loosened its grip. Nothing within you needs to rise or respond. Nothing needs your attention. You can simply remain in this warm quiet for as long as you wish. Imagine a soft glow around you. Not bright, just enough to feel comforting. It fills the space like a quiet presence. Steady, warm, peaceful. It wraps around your whole body like a gentle embrace. Your breath drifts in, then drifts out, with long, slow ease. The rhythm is natural now. Soft waves moving through the deepest parts of you. Every exhale carries you a little further into quiet, a little deeper into rest. Thoughts fade into the background. Their shapes blur. their voices dim. What remains is softness, a spacious, quiet softness that feels like being held in warm air. It settles over your chest, across your legs, along your arms. Every inch of you rests in this ease. Every part of you is calm. The world outside seems far away now. There is no rush, no pressure, only gentle stillness, only this moment. If you wish, you can drift deeper. Your breath invites it. Your body welcomes it. Your mind feels ready for it. A slow descent into deeper comfort. The quiet grows thicker, but never heavy. It's more like a soft blanket of night settling around you. A darkness that feels peaceful. A hush that soothes every corner of your awareness. You can sink into it with complete trust. Warmth lingers at your center. A steady glow that keeps you grounded. It reminds you that you are safe here. Safe to drift. Safe to rest. You don't need to guide anything anymore. You don't need to follow the words closely. You can let them fade as softly as they arrived. Let them dissolve into the warm air around you. Let them turn into quiet. The body grows heavier. The mind grows lighter. Sleep edges closer. Not as a sudden shift, but as a gentle merging with the stillness. The quiet calls to you in the softest way. Your breath deepens for a moment, then settles again. A slow fall into near silence. The kind of silence that cradles you. The kind that lets sleep come easily. You may drift now, or simply rest in this peaceful hush. Both are welcome. Both are enough. There is no wrong way to be here. The glow around you softens even more. It begins to fade into the background. Not disappearing, just blending with the quiet. Becoming part of the stillness. Becoming part of your calm. Everything moves at the speed of rest. Slow, warm, steady, soft as night. If sleep takes you, it will come gently. It will come like a slow wave rolling over warm sand, like a quiet breath wrapping around your body, like a hush settling into your bones. You don't have to reach for it. You don't have to wait for it. Just remain in this ease. Your body knows how to drift. Your mind knows how to surrender. Feel yourself melting into the moment, fading into warmth, settling into the soft, deep quiet beneath everything. The kind of quiet that feels endless, the kind that holds you tenderly. Stay here as long as you need. Let the stillness carry you. Let your breath guide you. Let the warmth keep you safe. And as the final trace of wakefulness ebbs away, allow yourself to drift, to sink, to rest completely in this gentle fade into silence.